I'm here. Let's see. Um, Hopefully people will find us, but maybe they won't. Um, so I guess I'm doing a face reveal. Hello, Gina the Dreamer. Welcome. We are here to talk about Song of Ice and Fire theories, and apparently I'm going to be helping people with their homework. So hopefully that's something we're interested in. Let me know in chat how the volume is. Like I said, I've got a new microphone, so I don't really know how it works. It's my first time using it. Let's see. Typically, when I do a live stream, I have some of the nerds from the Interesting Nerd Club server come in, and we all, thank you, Gina. We kind of like shoot this stuff about whatever theories, whatever questions people have. But apparently, people have lives today, so I thought I'd stop by just by myself. And it's significantly easier to set up this kind of live stream than to do it the other way. So here we are. Actually, I might I'll ping the people. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any Song of Ice and Fire questions. I mean, the homework thing was kind of a joke. Like, if people show up with homework questions, I will answer them. But I'm much better at Song of Ice and Fire. This is the real link. And this is probably going to be a one night only thing, especially since I am showing my face here. I'm probably going to take this down as soon as it's done. So, once in a lifetime opportunity. For the 5 of you who are here, welcome. I have a small announcement. I'm going to be announcing it more as spring turns into summer. But I was selected to do a panel at Con of Thrones, which I am very excited about. So that is in Orlando at the end of August. I believe it's the last weekend of August. And the panel will be The Law of Ice and Fire, The Judgment of Jaime Lannister. So we're going to be doing not a full trial, but we will be using American common law and looking at, Jaime's story and the killing of Aerys Targaryen. So that's exciting. And we're going to try to stream it on YouTube, because I'm sure a lot of people can't get to Orlando in August. So thank you, Gina. And Elazor is here. Common Mira W. Okay. I'm Common Mira. That's fine. I'd rather be Common Mira than Lady Mira. Got my tea. Now, what were we talking about last time? So I've been doing the Fae of Ice and Fire series. That's been going a little slower than I had hoped. There's been a lot of overlap, I think, with some of David Lightbringer's theories. But like, I don't really watch his videos. Like, I know that he's talked about the East Sheed, but like, I don't know to what extent. So hopefully I don't get any hate mail. Oh, I win a lot? Oh, okay, that's cool. I'm old. You'll have to forgive me. Okay, I'm glad I wasn't the only one who didn't get it. Aaron says that's amazing. Thank you, Aaron. Yeah, so I'll be announcing it more as time goes on, probably like every time I appear on somebody's live stream, be like, hey guys, guess what? I'm pretty sure they only picked me because I'm a lawyer, but that's fine because I'm very excited. And so hopefully we will be having Zach and Tom from the Interesting Nerd Club and Random Internet Guy. They have to figure out travel logistics, but that is the hope that they will be there, being the attorneys for Jamie Lannister and the party opposing him. All right, we got 9 people now. Welcome. Um, so, like I said, I'm here. If you have any Song of Ice and Fire questions, or if you need help with your homework, if it's math homework, you might need to like ask each other. Chemistry, no chemistry questions. Those are not allowed here. But history, I could maybe help you. Literature, I could almost certainly help you. So, although maybe we're all grown up enough that we don't have homework anymore. Oh, all right. Hannah Arntz. I wish I knew who that was. Yeah, no, can't help you. I'm sorry. If you want theories about Brecht, I can help you. And theater is education. Mm. Uh, I can also do Chekhov. Not really. I'm not. I was supposed to learn Chekhov and I didn't really get it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So that's actually where I got some of my ideas. Oh, me too. Okay. So Brecht is great. Um, so Brecht sort of exists at the intersection of my two interests, and it's theater and the law. And one of my favorite concepts is uh, the way that you can educate the public about certain legal or political ideas through the theater and by implicating the audience in the story. Um, I wrote a play a few years ago. It's an adaptation of The Suppliants, sort of following Brecht's idea and attempting to put the audience in the position of the jury. Because I think it's Brecht who says um, the jury is the intersection between law and democracy. I could be misquoting, but I find all of that fascinating. And that's actually one of the reasons I like Song of Ice and Fire, that it encourages a contemporary audience to think about, methods of governance. And, oh, sorry, I get distracted by chat. The Learned Hands podcast. I have not listened to it, although I should put it on a list. Oh, you're writing a screenplay about Brecht. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, if you need a second set of eyes, I'm happy to read it. Or when you're finished with it, I'm happy to be a member of your audience. I'm very excited for this. And I think that might be Sasha, the lol tough. But you can learn about Brecht whether or not you finished high school. I mean, that was kind of the point, was that you can take the theater or anybody can go to the theater and learn about things. We love learning, some of us. Yeah, so the Learned Hands podcast I'm not familiar with. I do so much law, like Monday through Friday. It's part of the reason I do the Song of Ice and Fire stuff. It's like, okay, I'm going to think about fiction. It's supposed to be a TV show, not at the part where Brecht shows up yet. Okay. So wait, are you like a TV writer? Like legit? Because that's really cool. Are you in the writer's strike? Is that why you're here? Is that why you have time to be here? Also, if if anybody writes for Star Trek and is a member of Star Trek shitposting, I'm also a member of Star Trek shitposting, and I think that's very cool. Yeah, so I think my brain is fried enough, and it's been long enough about Brecht. But I'm glad we share this. So actually, that is something that I'm hoping will come to the Interesting Nerd Network. That's something Zach and I have discussed, and don't hold Zach to this because he didn't formally agree to it. But we have discussed doing radio plays over on the Interesting Nerd Network, because that's for everything that isn't Song of Ice and Fire. So my adaptation of the supplements might appear over there, especially now that I have a real microphone, because that's been the biggest complaint that y'all have had, is that my sound is not good. So Gina says it's okay, so I hope it's okay. Shatner is actually living in Chris Pine's body. Star Trek tip. Oh no. No. Chris Pine is so much better than Shatner. There is no evidence that Planetos isn't a planet in Star Trek. Okay, new theory. Thank you guys. No one tell Tom and Zach. Okay? We're gonna craft this. All right, and I'm gonna appear on Interesting Nerd Club with this theory. We gotta keep it a secret, okay? Don't tell Tom and Zach. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Erin, and thank you, Sea Star. No, it really means a lot. Yeah, for Mother's Day, my family got me like a real microphone, and I was so excited. Oh, have I read the play about Brecht's play about the Paris Commune? No, I haven't. Honestly, off the top of my head, I can't remember anything specific, which is terrible. I remember writing papers about him. I remember some of his ideas, but honestly, I don't think I could remember a single play. College was a long time ago. I'm old. The red comet is just a Federation starship. Okay, I like that. And it's in orbit. Yeah, and that's why it sticks around longer than a normal comet would. Okay. Okay, what else? So we see like kind of divine intervention coming through sometimes. Like, what if that's like not magic, it's Federation technology, right? Yeah. So like I know other people have theorized that Song of Ice and Fire is actually science fiction, but we are proposing specifically that it's Star Trek, and that's what makes this different. Okay. So we have the comet, and maybe like bringing people back from the dead. What if like the Red Priests are Federation spies? Like, okay, you guys know the episode of Next Gen where uh Riker and Troy are on that like early Vulcan planet, and they're like disguised, and like I don't know if they're like monitoring or whatever. But what if some of the Red Priests, like what if Thoros is actually like there on behalf of the Federation? I don't think Melisandre is. Who watches the Watchers? Yes, that's a good one. Yes. Astral projection is a trait found in many Star Trek theories. Also, Quaithe equals Q. Quaithe equals Q. Okay, I'm gonna write all these down, and I'm gonna torment Tom and Zach with this. This is gonna be fantastic. Okay. What Star Trek objects could have fallen to Planetos? I've only seen like a dozen episodes. So I don't think it's so much about Federation. They're usually pretty good about their tech. Although the glass candles. What if like the glass candles were some kind of like betazoid technology? Quaithe about the pizzas? I don't know. Wait. Laltav, if you are Sasha, text me, because I don't want to talk to you as if you are Sasha. And then have you not be. The TK food for TOS. Oh, oily black stone is burned dilithium crystals. Okay, yeah. Yeah, like okay, Nick Grimes, we can absolutely just like workshop this theory. And I will credit everybody who contributes. when I take this over to Tom and Zach. So like I said, I keep it a secret. All right, we can't tell Tom and Zach before I spring this on them. Yeah. Okay. So we have the not the episode where Kirk is okay. So I will admit I've seen a few episodes of TOS. I've seen Mud's Women. There was one about there was a computer that tried to take over the ship. I think I've seen the Gary Mitchell episode. And I've seen the Pon Farr episode. And there was one about like a rogue psychiatrist, I think. But for the most part, I wasn't a big fan. Yeah, I've seen probably 95%. No, you know what? I've seen TNG seasons 1 and then 3 through 7. I disliked Pulaski to such a degree that I didn't watch season 2. And then DS9, you all might hate me for this. I've seen seasons 1 through 6. I couldn't recover from the thing that happens at the end of season 6, so I never watched 7. But I know what happened. I've seen spoilers, so we're good. Paw Race. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. The paw wraiths are in the caves, right? That could be like a Children of the Forest thing, right? And like the warging powers and like the old gods are paw wraiths. I like this. And the faceless men are changelings. You guys, this is amazing. Okay. Let's see. First men and mankind in general only show up when they first come to Westeros. Which they? Okay, so how long has the Federation... Okay, so wait, are we saying that like humans or humanoids attempted to colonize? I could see that. And it's been so long that they've like forgotten that they came from elsewhere. Okay, because in Lower Decks there is the Ren Fair the Ren Fair people planet where Billups is from. And they like, because I guess there were dragons, and they were like, oh, we'll live on the planet with the dragons and have a king. Okay. Because I kind of like the idea that like the Federation is like monitoring them. Ooh, okay. Excuse me 1 second. Sorry. Whoops. Did the volume change? Do I still sound okay? How about now? Okay. I think we're okay. Yeah, so there was a ship full of humanoids that crashed and and were forgotten, like they were lost, and the Federation has finally relocated them. But it's been like a couple thousand years, like 2,000 years at this point. So like they crashed back in like Captain Archer time, and now we're like post Voyager. Is the timeline right? Like 2300, 2400? I don't know. It's Zapata. Hello, Zapata. Yeah, I did a face reveal. I can't believe I did that. So we are talking about, we're crafting a theory of how Planetos actually exists within the Star Trek universe, and the ways that we might see the Federation or other, Star Trek groups at work on Planetos. So So let's see. TNG confirmed that all the humanoid planets have a common ancestor that seeded planets across the galaxy. Uh, what if Planetosi aren't humans, just very close? Yeah, I think I like that better. Um, that they kind of came up on their own. Although I could, is it the Zindi where you have like multiple different uh, species of like sentient humanoid like peoples on the same planet? Again, I think that's a like a TOS thing. Um, yeah. Mr. Hello 76 says, I'm entirely sold on this idea mainly because I'm not knowledgeable enough on Star Trek to even begin to consider refuting this. Yes, that's what we're going for. Oh, Babylon 5. I haven't seen Babylon 5. That's been on the list. Uh, is it Stargate? There are a lot of things that I've meant to watch. I'm just scrolling back through the chat to make sure I didn't miss anything. Star Trek dragons, ever been any? Yeah, yeah. So in Lower Decks, which is canon, there are dragons. Yeah. I'm so excited that Zapata is here. A brindled man. No, my friend. That's a Klingon. That's amazing. And that explains maybe why like some of the groups disappeared. Okay, so like I think the children of the forest and the giants and the squishers and some of the humanish humanoids, like I think are all, local to Planetos. But I do think that like members of the Federation have stopped by, just like in Who Watches the Watchers. Because like we know they do this. We've seen Riker do it twice. Okay. Thanks to Thorios, the planet has, I'm not reading that word, evolving with magic. And well, thank you, Zapata. Yeah. So who else could be having a hand in this? Oh, so I had said, what do you guys think about the glass candles being Betazoid technology? Is that like supported by anything? The squishers are that one-lane fish-headed alien. That could be, but would they stay there? In Star Wars, the Sith bleed kyber crystals to deplete the Force and turn them to under the bleeding star. That could be. I like Star Wars. I think Star Wars and Star Trek can coexist peacefully, but I'm definitely a bigger fan of Star Trek than I am of Star Wars. So like I've seen the original 6 Star Wars movies, and that's about all I know about it. But Kirsty, if you put together a Star Wars theory and you email it to Tom and Zach, they will do it, and there will be an episode. Zach is at the busy time of his work. They should be back to their normal programming, hopefully in a couple of weeks. It's a trap. Oh, that guy. Yeah. Okay. So, but that's Star Wars. Wait. Planetos is an abandoned prison colony? Oh, that would be cool too. Okay, there's a book you all need to read called what is it called? Treason. It's called Treason by Orson Scott Card. And I know that like people have opinions about him, but the book is solid, and it's a similar premise that it was a penal colony for humans on a planet that doesn't have any hard metals, I guess. So like they can't build their own spaceship to leave, and so they each group. It's sort of like Game of Thrones. Each group is founded by a family, and they each have different things they can export to the, machine in the sky that will send them down metals, uh, so that they can build a ship and leave eventually. But this has been going on for generations, and um, yeah, it's a fascinating read if you're into like fantasy sci-fi. It's not that long, and it is on audiobook as well. Uh, Spock is definitely the stranger. I could see it, maybe. There's a massive spider in the sink. I hope you mean your sink, because no, Spock is. I think Sulu might be the smith. We see him with a sword. Oh, okay. Oh, just happened to read about it and think it fits the Bloodstone Emperor. Yeah. So there was an episode of the Interesting Nerd Club that I got to participate in. And sorry for the clicking. That was the arm of my chair. Where we talked about who could be Azor Ahai. So if you go to Interesting Nerd Club, I think it's labeled "Everyone is Azor Ahai" or something like that. Definitely check that out, Kirsty, and anyone else who might like Star Wars or Avatar: The Last Airbender or Fallout New Vegas or Shrek. Do we have anything on the Shadowlands? Would that also be Pa Wraiths? Ooh, what about Armus? Do you think Armus is near Ashai? Are there multiple Armuses? Did you guys watch the episode of Lower Decks where they prank call Armus? So, Zapata and anybody else who may not be a huge Star Trek fan, at the end, spoilers for Star Trek Next Gen, at the end of season 1, they find this planet with this like black goo, and it's like evil sentient black goo, and it kills one of the crew members and like tortures people and like tries to prevent them from leaving. And I can't remember how, like, why they couldn't just like beam away and leave. But it was very sad and kind of scary. Ghost grass. Okay, not saying anything tech related, but I like the glass candle Betazoid link. Yeah, and there was that other group of like telepaths, like the one who kind of like messes with Deanna's mind. It was really creepy. I can't remember the name of the episode, but it's like a younger guy and his parents, and everybody assumes that the guy's dad messed with Deanna, but it was the guy. Spoilers. Okay, from here on out, there are just going to be a lot of spoilers for anything Star Trek. Sorry. The show came out like 30, 40 years ago. Black goo makes me think oily black stone. Oh, okay. So, yeah, what if Dawn is made of dilithium and the oily black stone is like Armus goop? That would be cool. And oops, sorry, that was loud. What was it? Yeah, the grass that kills other plants. Yes, that is what that is. Yeah, that's the ghost grass, the one that will kill all the other plants, or that does kill all the other plants, and Dothraki say the end of the world will be everything covered in ghost grass. What was it? Where was I going with this? Who am I? What year is it? I had it in my head. It'll come back. Oh, that was it. On Lower Decks in season 3, there is an episode, and okay, spoiler for Lower Decks. I know this one only came out like a year ago, but just here it is. there is like a psychic rock planet, and they discover that like the Federation, like outpost scientists have been selling Federation technology to the rock people, and they had been hiding like mind reading and recording technology inside these rocks. There we go. There's our link for the glass candles, because it would read your mind and then project images of either your greatest desires or your greatest fears, but like the closer they got to the computer, um, uh, the the wackier it got and the more it was reading off of you. So like maybe there are some of these computers stashed in different places in Westeros. Like there's probably one at Storm's End, probably one at Casterly Rock. And maybe that's what's in these underground caves. It's not the old gods, it's not the worms, it's not the children of the forest. It's these computers, right? That would be cool. And like, and it interferes with the psychic magic of people like Melisandre. Like she can't get through like the Wi-Fi waves. I don't know. I don't know how computers work. Okay. I'm going to scroll back. You guys are awesome. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you to everyone who is here. I'm so excited to have you. Okay. Tyrion's boat passed the bridge. Micro wormhole sent him back. Yeah, I love it. Ashai is also the oldest settlement possible landing site. Yeah. And so if Ashai was built with Armis goo, that makes sense. And that's why we see less and less of it as we get farther out from Ashai. We were running out of it. Bingo. Whoever has a spider in the sink, I'm so sorry, but I just can't think about that, okay? The episode of Voyager where they were basically put in a zoo, things in different habitats, found ways into the Westeros one. Was that Voyager or was that Orville? So I know there was a thing in Orville. I've seen a few episodes of Voyager here and there. It was the zoo, long night, when the heaters went down. The planet is supposed to be chilly. What? That's amazing. I love that. I'm sorry if I just did an ASMR on anybody like non-consensually. That's my least favorite thing is non-consensual ASMR. So yeah, like the planet is climate controlled because it's a zoo. And the long night is when the heaters broke. Okay. So like running with this. If that's the case, why are the seasons abnormal? Because you think like if you think somebody is controlling the seasons and like trying to climate control the planet, like wouldn't there be a more regular cycle of the seasons? Although I mean I guess you could say because the planet is supposed to be cold, it's supposed to be like Hoth, like an ice planet. Periodically the technology breaks or like it's difficult to maintain the balance, and so they're just kind of doing the best they can. Abnormal seasons to test the prisoners. I like that too. Okay, Zapata says, I've never even seen Star Trek, but just naming elements from Song of Ice and Fire and watching people piece it together is the wackiest things imaginable. Is thrilling. Yeah, House of the Undying is one of those computers telepathically communicating with Dany. Yes. Okay, so there's a computer at the House of the Undying. There's a computer in Bloodraven's cave. A computer in Old Town. Giant rivers and fewish smaller ones draining all that melted ice. Yeah. This is awesome, you guys. This is fantastic. And remember, don't tell Tom and Zach because I want to torment them. gonna be fun. Let's see. Weirwood net is actually fiber optics. Yes. Yes. Big frog statue. Weren't there frog people in Next Gen? And they were being eaten by the rat people, or were those lizard people? I'm sure there are frog people. But why would it be made out of Armis goo? That's a good point. Hypnotoad. Oh, I'm awesome? Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you all are here. I'm going to drink a little tea. I made tea. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, okay. So the question is, ooh. Yeah. Okay. So Star Trek aside for a second. I have noticed a pattern of certain people who are compared with frogs. The Martells, right? Because Miriam Martell they called her the old toad. And then Quentin Martell is called Frog. And the frog statue or the toad statue is somewhere, is it off the coast of Sithorios? Like the way that the people would have come to Dorne, they would have gone past it from Essos. Actually, Company of the Cat has a great video. Everybody should watch it. And she explains the whole why was like the southern and western coast of Westeros settled first. And it made so much sense as soon as she said it. She was like, seafaring people coming from Essos before the arm of Dorne broke would have gone west along Dorne and would not have been able to turn north until Old Town because the arm of Dorne wasn't broken yet. So that's why we have Old Town and Lannisport and even the Iron Islands. It wasn't people coming all the way from the west. They were still coming from the east because everybody's like, oh, well, it would have been easier to just stop and head north into the Narrow Sea, except the Narrow Sea wasn't a thing yet. I love it. It was so obvious as soon as she showed the picture. But yeah, where was I going with all this? Yes, so something about the Martells and the Krennic men both being associated with frogs I thought was interesting. World of Ice and Fire came out when Futurama was wrapping the second time. Could be a reference to that Star Trek. Could be. Oh, when is that Futurama reboot happening? I mean, I'm sure it's been delayed with the writer's strike. Also, I support the writer's strike. I support all strikes. Not to get too political, but I'm always pro working class. Let's see. Doesn't Danny remark that Quentin specifically doesn't really look like a frog? I thought he kind of did. I think she was saying that he's not like green. I don't know. I know Miriam Martell supposedly looked like a frog. Okay, so how much does the sound change when I'm here versus when I'm here? Here and here. Audio for anyone else? What about here? I could make this ASMR, but I'm not going to. I'm sorry, everybody. Okay. Laltav, you still haven't told me whether or not you're Sasha, so I should check my phone. You might have messaged me. If you are Sasha. If you're somebody else, nope. Awkward. Okay. Lan the Clever either invaded the Weirwood or came out. Lan, look. Oh, Lan, like a LAN party, but Lan the Clever. Oh, I love that. That's brilliant. Is it the Matrix, specifically fantasy? Bran is Neo. That could be. It could be. And like I can't remember how the Matrix ended. I've seen the first one like 3 times. But I I know everybody likes to dump on 2 and 3. Actually, um, if you are so inclined, go check out, Sideways has a video about the music in The Matrix and, like, the film score, and both the film score and Sideways' video is, like, incredible. So well done, I love the explanation, um, and I think it kind of helped me understand both why some people don't like Matrix 2 and 3 and why, like, I didn't hate them. Um, oh, she's confused about the nickname because he doesn't look like a frog, but then they explained the joke is he's ugly, but if he's kissed, you turn handsome. Okay. Yeah. So, and I think it was the same with Mary Martell that she was like ugly. So, like, people say, like, if you're ugly, they say you look like a frog. I still think there's something there. Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to go back and look. Oh, frog. Oh no. I don't know why this comes up every time I do a live stream. Quentin Martell is dead. DED. Dead. Thank you, Sabata. Um, biggest piece of evidence, Gurm loves sci-fi and writing for television, and Star Trek is right at that intersection. Yeah, like, I can't imagine that Gurm doesn't like Star Trek, although he probably watched the original series and then, like, was the kind of person who would get in arguments about whether Kirk or Picard was better, and then he probably really enjoyed DS9. I'm guessing he hated Enterprise and hasn't seen any Star Trek since, you know, 2000 whatever. Um, like, I like, if you go and ask his opinion about, Discovery or Star Trek Picard, he probably would be like, "What are you talking about?" Um, but I'm guessing. Okay, so what do you guys think? Is George, team Kirk or team Picard? I have my thoughts. Um, I mean, I think he's team Kirk. Just yeah, yeah, just kind of based on um, his predilection for, like, a little bit of, like, homoerotic, wholesome masculinity thing. Like Kirk and Spock, I feel like is a little bit of like John and Satin, a little bit. I like it. Um, he's too busy with wild cards to watch new track. Kirk. Is Jon Snow a Kirk or a Picard? Oh, Jon Snow is definitely a Kirk. And, like, the thing is, Kirk from the show is actually, he's articulate, he's thoughtful, he's kind of nerdy. Um, Picard is actually the one who, like, had to get a new heart because he got in a bar fight. And he is like a space pirate and an archaeologist. Like, Picard is the Indiana Jones. It's just Picard looks so reserved next to Riker, who is like this gorgeous womanizer. And Kirk looks, kind of wild next to Spock, who is, half Vulcan and like practices Vulcan, emotion hiding. But like, compared to each other, like, Kirk is, you know, the thoughtful nerd, uh, which I really now, by the end of the movies, Kirk is different, but, you know, the original series, he's supposed to be like this level-headed, well-educated, whatever he's doing. Let's see. Euron is trying to contact people off planet. I don't know what faction. Hmm. Hmm. You think the Romulans? The Romulans are pretty shady. The Gorn. I don't know anything about the Gorn, but I know that they're scary. Um, yeah. Oh, wait, okay, Euron was contacted by the Q Continuum. I could see that. Yeah, but they wouldn't want somebody like Euron. You plan New Vegas, Mira? Oh, no. I've never played New Vegas. Definitely hit up Tom and Zach, though. It's their favorite, I guess, or it's in their top 5. Okay, there is our Toadstone statue connection. It's the Gorn. There we go. And I think the Gorn actually wound up in Sithorios. Yeah, the Velociraptors in Sithorios. That would be cool. Let's see. Yeah, no, I don't play New Vegas. I've recommended so many things. Valyrian Steel is what? Did someone say homoeroticity? Almost always, yes. I'm. This is a pro homoerotica channel. We love it. We love to see it. I think actually in my last live stream, I said to someone, I'm like, if you write a lesbian Song of Ice and Fire fanfic and it is PG-13 or lesser, I will read it on this channel. If it is rated R or more than R, I will read it silently to myself. But either way, homoerotic fan fiction is always welcome here on the Mirror Reads channel. Valyrian Steel is what? This is a John X. No, I am an equal opportunity homoerotica reader, Nick Grimes. Okay? I mean, we like John and Satin, but like I would also be into what did we say before? Oh, Sansa and Miranda Royce. I would love to read that. That would be a great story. It would be funny if it was one of the ones that's not particularly villainous, because that's the only one he knows about and just assumes they're scary because they're from space. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, like the Vulcans. And he just like doesn't understand them. That could be interesting. Arya X Cat of the Canals, they have so much in common. I bet they would get along. Yeah, I bet they would. Oh, Sansa and Marjorie? Yeah. I'm sure people have already written that one on the Euron thing. Yeah. On the so the like Euron being contacted by a group that like isn't particularly scary. Imagine Euron thinking of Ferengi is scary. It's funny because my brain also went to Ferengi. I don't know. I mean, if a Ferengi beamed down from space and has like a Klingon disruptor or something, he could probably think they were pretty scary. Think there's a crystalline entity floating somewhere around planets? Okay. So Laltov says Euron X Craster. No. You delete your comment. Go home in shame. Baby Queer Me shipped them so hard, and yes, I think it's the top ASOIAF Fem Slash on AO3. Yeah, no, I'm sure. I mean, I would have been thrilled about that. Like, imagine if Sansa got to marry the brother and then just like date Marjorie. That'd be fantastic. I mean, that's kind of what Rhaena did, right? With like Alyssa Farman marrying Alyssa Farman's brother. The problem is when the brother gets like jealous about it. So like hopefully the brother is gay and then everybody's fine. And if Sansa's gay, like she doesn't have to worry about like accidental like bastards who don't look like her husband. Everybody wins. Still blows my mind. The Ferengi were supposed to be the big bad of TNG. Thank God they changed their minds. Yes. Oh, Lord. Yeah, going back and watching the Ferengi. Don't watch the Ferengi episodes from TNG. Watch every Ferengi episode from Deep Space Nine, because those are the best ones, but not the ones from TNG. Pretty Boy is pretty good. Oh, yeah, Marjorie is definitely bisexual, like 100%. And Miranda Royce might be bisexual. Sansa is 13, so it's fine that she doesn't know. What? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I don't want to speculate too hard about that, but Marjorie is like 16 and Miranda Royce is an adult. Okay, Arya, just Stardew Valley's all of Planetos. Okay, I don't know what Stardew Valley is. Others equal Borg. Oh, and they're cold. Somebody said on what was it? On Lower Decks. Wow. Who am I? What year is it? That the Borg smell like old trash bags. Which I like. Okay. Yeah, but like don't watch the Ferengi episodes from TNG. They're not good. Okay, if the others are the Borg, do the Borg fight with swords? Yeah, Willis could be gay. Like if it came out that Willis was gay, I'd be like, I mean, like Loris is gay, and like I do believe there's a genetic component. So, I mean, that actually tracks. He was friends with Oberyn. Oh, look, and Zapata got there at the same time. Yes. Do you guys think Oberyn might be like one of the spies, and he's just like abandoned his mission? like Oberyn is like a Riker, and was just like, nah, I like being here. I'm gonna stop doing reconnaissance or reconnaissance for the Federation. I'm just gonna like live here and be a prince. Yeah, exactly. Okay, new theory. Oberyn is Riker. I would love that. I would love that for all of them. Because Riker is like very polyamorous and pansexual, so I dig that. But yeah, in all seriousness, send me your fan fictions. I will read them. Some people apparently really like my voice. I don't know why. But you can find me on Discord. Actually, I'm going to link the Discord in chat. That's the other nice thing I like about not sharing my screen is I can just like tab over to something. I don't have to worry that I'm doxing myself. Yes, this is what I look like. I look like an old lady. Let's see. I couldn't read for a second. I was looking for a button that said share, and it said invite. Copy. Oh, thank you, Christy. Okay, that is the link to the Interesting Nerd Club Discord. And you can find me there under the same name. I'm Mirror Reads. So if you ever need to get a hold of me, like if you're in Interesting Nerd Club, you can, ping me, DM me. I am almost always there. So, Oberyn beamed up at the moment of head squish. I do like that. One of the D&D-esque background characters that are just completing all the cool quests, like Corlys and Bloodraven. Yeah. The whites serve the others like drones, but I don't think the Borg have classes except for a queen or two. Okay. The Knights, Kings, Queen. The Knights, Kings, Queen. King of Queens. That was a show I never watched. I don't think it's very good. Oberyn just described as half mad by Tywin. What is the other half? I mean, presumably sane. I mean, is there any other? Yeah. I don't think Riker is half mad. Oh wait, horse. Oberyn Centaur confirmed. I could see it. I think the Pet Federation has the technology to create centaurs. I'm glad. I'm glad you all got there at the same time. Star Trek Centaur theory confirmed. Yeah, so I no Trek centaurs. Glad we confirmed dragons. There are dragons. Oberyn rode into King's Landing a horse. We found another one. Someone tell Glidus. We got another one. Actually, don't tell Glidus. It's just going to annoy him. So only tell Glidus if you want to annoy him. We'll leave it like that. Westeros says Westworld. I haven't seen Westworld. But if you put that theory together and you email Tom and Zach, they will do your theory. Minotaur people would have been easy with the tech available. Have malfunctioning holodeck will dream. There's Sasha. Okay, I've been talking to Lolitov as if they were you the whole night. So I'm glad you're here so we can clear that up. Pedro Pascal and Oscar Isaac are unreasonably hot. Oscar Isaac? Who is that? Yeah, but Pedro Pascal is unreasonably hot. Oscar Isaac. Yes, he is. I agree. Thank you, Zapata. I'm so glad you're here. Benioff and Weiss are canonically in Westworld as androids. Oh, wait. Sorry, Lolitov. I missed that. I thought you were just like... So I've known Sasha for a long time, and I thought that you were them messing with me. Yeah, I'm glad we got that all squared away. Yeah, I can't believe Glimbus called my theory sacrilegious. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. It was your theory was the centaur theory. Okay, you're right. So interestingly, I came to Tom and Zach with my horse theory 30 seconds after they did the centaur theory. And I didn't know they had just recorded the centaur theory. So I'm walking up thinking I've got this very funny thing. And I get into it a little bit and they're like, oh no, this is the second time today. I haven't known about horses. So then the poor guys had 2 videos in a row of horse theories. But it actually, both of those are really good. Everybody here, just watch everything Interesting Nerd Club has done, but especially the 2 horse videos and Everyone is Azora High. Definitely watch that one because it is hilarious. Now who's annoying Clytus? Not me. He's not here. I mean, I do annoy Gladys sometimes, but I try not to do it too often. He's a working man. And the Vicious King. Okay, is this a Star Wars thing? Is this a Mandalorian thing? I have not seen Mandalorian. I just know Pedro Pascal. Oh, right. Thank you. Ooh, yes, that's a good one. Thank you, Rage Unicorn. Watch all of Interesting Nerd Club's videos. The Vicious King one is also really good. You can skip the Walter White one. That was kind of a bummer. 2 Lannisters in a trench coat. Oh, yes. Do watch the April Fool's video. Yeah. That was what was it? I was like intimately participating. The Grandees conspiracy. The Bastard Who Was Promised was posted on April Fool's. So check that one out. Yeah, someone go into Gladys since it came up. Yeah, I think I should tap out here shortly. We've been at this for about an hour. Oh wait, Ruguru, wasn't that yours? The Under Westeros? Oh wait, my Rage Unicorn, you mean my theory? The Red Door? Yes. Thank you. That was how Gladys found me. I was thrilled. Um, I am not a horse. I did a face reveal today. I might be a centaur, but I'm definitely not a horse. Oh, okay. Yeah. Um, yeah, so for everybody watching, Rougarou's theory for Under Westeros was very good. I watched that one recently. So please do check that one out as well. For those who maybe weren't here at the beginning of the stream, uh, I have been selected to host a panel at Con of Thrones in August in Orlando. So if you plan to go to Con of Thrones, I will be there. And hopefully, so will Tom and Zach from Interesting Nerd Club and Random Internet Guy. And the four of us, knock on wood, barring any unforeseen circumstances, the four of us will be doing a panel there. And if you're not able to make it to Orlando, because I know that's pretty far for some people, we will be hopefully streaming the panel on one of our YouTube channels. So does host mean you're the judge? Yes, I am the judge. Yes. Oh, yes. I only show myself from the shoulders up. Centaur confirmed. Yes. I do also use she, her pronouns. I realize that's not in my profile, and I appreciate you not assuming my gender. That was very nice. Thank you, Sasha. All right. I think that was all the announcements. There will be another Fae of Ice and Fire video whenever I get around to it. So thank you all for stopping by. I hope you have a good night. I hope to see you in the Discord. And be safe. Don't do crimes.